My husband found out that I was pregnant, then suddenly turned into a monster that hates my guts, so I'm running away. It feels like a cruel, cruel joke. Years before I met my husband, I was in such a toxic, abusive relationship that it almost resulted in me being 6 feet under. I spent years in therapy, bettering myself, figuring out why I accepted that type of love. I stayed single for years, and once I started dating, I made sure to keep an eye out for all red flags. Heck, I even took things slowly when there was nothing but green flags. Thanks to my ex, I was familiar with love bombing. I met my husband at work event, and things just fell into place. I opened up and explained my past trauma, and let him know that if we were going to date that it would require a slow pace and patience. I won't say that he was perfect, but he was always kind, compassionate, and cared. We dated for about 5 years, engaged for 1, and have been married for a little over 3 years now. We recently bought our second home together. We both got promotions at work, so we sat down and talked about kids. He wanted a big family, and I only wanted 1 or 2. We agreed on 2, and well started trying. It didn't take long, and here I am 6 months pregnant, still working, have swollen ankles and a back that won't stop aching. Other than that, I've been very happy and have what I thought was a supportive husband. 3 weeks ago, I found out that he was having an emotional affair, and honestly probably a physical one. When confronted with the evidence, he admitted to not being attracted to me while pregnant. I'm wrecked. I haven't gained unnecessary weight, I still take care of myself, even with the morning sickness that hasn't gone away. He's not sorry about it, but he told me that I was being overdramatic when I cried. He is now staying with his family until he can find a home to rent. He doesn't want to get a divorce. He's saying after the pregnancy is over we can go to therapy and fix things. I don't want to. I cannot physically look this man in the eye anymore without feeling disgust. I have a text from him saying that he's my only option, because no man wants to date a single mom. I'll be talking to a lawyer and figuring out how to divorce him. I just wanted to vent into the void today. For now, I'm going to DoorDash some nuggets and a Frosty from Wendy's, and it will be okay if I gain 5 pounds from it. I can look the way I want. Edit. I was told I'm not allowed to change the locks due to it being his home as well, and he came over last night knowing there wasn't crap I could do to prevent it. Thankfully, he only grabbed some personal belongings, threatened to take the dogs. He did not, and let me know he emptied our shared account. Part of me rolled my eyes and figured he wasn't dumb enough to do that, and the other part made me make a mental note to check it once he left. Sure enough, our account has maybe $5 in it. He did a transfer which I'll be calling the bank about and speaking to an attorney this afternoon. Thankfully, my dad taught me you don't fully mix finances, so my savings wasn't capable of being touched. And while I don't have much in my savings, it's enough to pay for the fees over the next few weeks. I don't have any family left, so I think he's doing a power play to make me feel like I'm alone and need him, when in all reality he has lit a fire under my ass. I don't want or need such a garbage person in my life. Update 1. As mentioned, I was not allowed to change the locks on our house due to both of our names being on it. I never feared for my safety, it was more so an annoyance. He showed up to grab some personal belongings and I thought that would be the most that would happen. It was like he was trying to get a reaction from me. Anyway, that's being dealt with currently. He showed up the day before yesterday completely drunk, begging to talk, increasing in anger when I would just ignore him and walk away. His rage kept increasing, so I went to grab my bag and walk down the road to a neighbor's home, so that I wasn't alone. He grabbed my arm to stop me, and when I yanked it away, he slapped me. It was almost a backhanded open slap. The cops were called. I didn't have a mark on my face, so it was my word against his. But thankfully they escorted him off the property, and I'm only now assuming he's back with his parents now. He did throw a fit about the dogs and does have proof of ownership, so I'm guessing he'll be able to take them. That's not the end of the world. When I went to go for a drive to clear my head after everything, I realized 3 of my 4 tires were flat. I know it was him, but I don't have proof. Insurance won't cover it, so going to a tire shop on Friday morning. Just another drop in the bucket. As for the attorney, I've had my consult and I'm waiting for my check to come in for my actual appointment and getting the ball moving on this. There's not any family left, and a few close friends are kept in the loop, but I don't want to burden them or treat them like unpaid therapists. The baby in my tummy is okay. I've actually lost weight, and the doctor has told me to avoid stressful situations and to take things easy. I'll be calling to see if I can change the locks on the home now, and if not, I'm going to start looking for places. Update 2. This is the final update. I've now changed my locks. I figured if he'd get the law involved, I'd use pregnancy brain and blame it on me being forgetful to give him a spare set. Well, he broke in late last night. Thankfully, I was able to contact the police before I confronted him. I tried asking him to leave the house, but every time I would, he'd shove me. Once he shoved me hard enough to make me stumble and fall backwards. The eerie part is he never once yelled. He threw things, and something he threw hit me, which resulted in me visiting the emergency room for stitches. He also said the most vile things. How he hated me, I should let the ground swallow me up, and how useless I was. Yet he never once raised his voice, but I'm not saying that in a good way. I wish he would have yelled. It was a fight or flight instinct, and I found out mine was to freeze. I hate that for myself. Police arrested him, but his mother already bailed him out. I'm now staying at a hotel thanks to a work advance and currently looking into apartments. I won't be stepping a foot into that home we shared until my best friend is here, and even then it will be with police being with us. Nobody can figure out what made him change almost overnight. Only thing I'm guessing is a psychotic break, but I'm not a therapist or doctor. Besides some ugly bruises and some stitches, myself and the baby are fine. My lawyer feels like this is enough to get a protection order for myself and will include the baby. Next time I see him will be at court. For now, I'm safe. I can sleep good for the first time in weeks. I have the dogs. Nobody is aware of where I am besides one close friend, and the police. Good luck everyone, stay safe.